since I played this. Wow. Well, that is something.
I should investigate.
Hello. Ta-da! Oh, already did. Okay. So, happy birthday to you. That wasn't singing, but still, happy birthday to you, my dear friend. And, yeah. I hope that you. I didn't sing. I didn't sing. I merely just said happy birthday in a what do you call it, like orchestral slash funny way. That wasn't singing. Now singing would be happy birthday to. See, that would be singing, but I didn't do that. I just said happy birthday to you. There's a difference. It's one's a very. I mean, I admit they're both very. They sound very lame and bad, but still, happy birthday. I wish you have a
Looks
long,
rather dark in there.
happy, successful life.
Never stopped me before.
So yeah, and is that. If you're watching this, this is for my friend. Okay, wait. So we had missions to complete. I played this game last time on the 8th of February. 8th of February. Now that is a lot. Anyway, we did all your quests and LB weeks. We can go to Feldcroft now. I did scope out ahead and I unlocked what do you call it? A fast travel point so we could get there easily. Hopefully, I think, yeah. It is Hogwarts. Oh, and Professor Garlic. Now, where's Garlic here? I'm at the right place, right? Or am I losing my mind? Oh, it's supposed to be in the day. God damn it. How do you even wait in this game? Now that. Output setting gear talents. Beasts. I've got talents. Where's the waiting thingy? Challenges map. Wait. Is it day or is it night? I can't tell. I think it is probably night, given the lights are on. Oh, it is night. Oh, by the way, I found a new game. This was a while ago, but I wasn't streaming back then, and the game is called A Plague Tale Requiem. It's about a girl that's, I think, 2018-ish, 2021, something. But she has a little... But in the game, she has a little brother, and that brother has a little disease, and we set out to cure the disease, but turns out that disease makes him control rats, like the Black Plague. And, well, it's a stealth game, and I don't like stealth games, but it's got good graphics, and I thought that stream would be interested in it. So, what do you think? Would stream be
I
interested
finished the
in?
activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick. Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots.
Oh, also,
Once
this
you're
is...
done. If you'd like to practice a bit
Jesus
more,
Christ.
you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the plants, please.
Wait, I have all... Descendo, Accio, Depulso, Restore Momentum. Okay, then... Flip... The game... No, no. Okay, Streamwell, I have a question for you. Say your friend's birthday is coming up. What do you think would be a good birthday gift?
You're a natural.
And also...
Oh, yes. The greenhouse won't keep it.
Yeah, and the person is far away. Well, I'm just gonna spell out the gift. Well, my
Professor,
friend...
I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
Oh, how nice of you to ask. Well, let's see. I grew up in London,
Yeah.
right on the Thames.
I mean, it's not that special. Look, since I'm just playing a game, I'm just... You know. I mean, it is special. But at the same time, I wish I could do more. Alright. Oh,
That sounds lovely. All the sights and bustle of a city.
To some,
and
yes.
yes.
I used to dream of living in the country, but it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home. Mind you, it did take some time, and whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do, it is not always the case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we each bloom differently, don't we? Some of us, like Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows, whilst others crave the attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards. You can imagine how astonished I was to receive my letter from Hogwarts. I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library my first days here.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
Oh, but I've given you the wrong impression. On the contrary, I was shown great kindness. In fact, a seventh year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
Was it Sirona Ryan?
It was indeed. How on earth did you know that?
Sirona has been a good friend to me as well. In fact, I retrieved a box of letters from Mrs. Sprottle for her.
Oh, darling Mrs. Sprottle. She was always astonished I knew as much magic as I did, being Muggle-born. I dare say you'll find that the friends you make here at Hogwarts will last a lifetime. Now, I'd best get to my recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
It's like, and there's this other thing I thought, which, well,
My brother's doing well, thanks to you.
so for the friend that, okay, for
It's a
my
relief
friend
to
whose
finally have an
birthday
art
we're
lesson.
celebrating, I decided I was gonna go read a book,
You'd
and
better keep an eye on high places around.
the
Be a ghost.
and I'll mark things that I find interesting, my thoughts on like certain points at in like the book and the characters and everything, and like write my thoughts down. And then I'll gift that book to that friend. I just need help figuring out what book I should read. Like, you know how those I don't know if anybody's ever heard this, but I should. Oh, also, can you guys hear me clearly? Like, I hope my voice is clear. Not passages, just like reading a book and writing your thoughts about the book and the characters, and like, say the book talks about life or something like that. You write your thoughts about life or about where the book's going, and like, you know, what you're thinking of in that moment on the side as like a note. And then the other person can then read it and know your thoughts at that time. I don't know. I find it, yeah, you could say that. I found it more a cuter gift. Oh, and letter. Yep. But that book's gonna probably take a bit longer because, you know, it's a book and you gotta give it to them. And that's the whole thing. Unless it's an ebook, then you could just send a file. Oh, and I have an iPad where I could doodle my thoughts onto the book. Oh, wow. Now that's a good idea. But it will take more time than, I guess, writing a letter. But the letter.
I hate this so-called patrol. You won't defeat us all! What's that? Who's there?
Ow.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
Oh, also I wanted to say
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
thanks for interrupting me there, game. I wanted to say I pray that you have a long, happy, successful life, and I pray that you overcome your fears and you can find peace in this life, which most people
You're really not very good at this, are
kind of overlook. Like, sure, money is nice and happiness is nice, but I think peace is what makes life fulfilling. Oh yeah, fulfilling. That you lead a fulfilling life. Most importantly, that. Most importantly, that you lead a fulfilling life. If
Seems
you're
a pleasant
wondering
enough
why
little
I'm suddenly wishing
Now you should be able to
my
travel
friend
to and from Feldcroft
all
in an
these things, it's because it's a tradition that my dad does for me whenever it's my birthday. And yeah. Oh, and the letter. What do you think would be in the letter, chat? Like, if you were writing um, a letter to a friend for a happy birthday gift, what would you write? Obviously, the writing's gonna be bad, because, well, my writing is bad. I don't know about yours, but I tried to make it very readable.
You made it.
So, what do we think is gonna be in the letter? And also the layer isn't completely done. It's halfway done because, well, I had something coming up. Not really. That's not what the layer talks about at all.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight.
Okay, so it's basically it's basically me answering those like bad moments and thoughts and doubts, and not just about like just like those thoughts in general. Well, I told you the letter isn't finished since halfway through. Well, I kind of had a lot on my mind, so I paused on that. But I thought instead of, because sometimes we feel bad and shitty about ourselves, and we have negative thoughts, and we don't talk to anyone. And since you don't talk to anyone, sometimes something
Here we
that
are. My sister should be just inside.
well, it's basically a reminder of don't listen to those thoughts, and it's gonna be worth it. I'm trying to put down the right words, and I thought that whenever my friend doesn't feel like talking about it, they can just look at the letter and read it once or twice, or however many times they need to feel better. Of course, I would prefer if they talk to me about it, and I could help them. But sometimes it's a lot, and sometimes we don't want to talk about it. So yeah. Yep. I'm gonna stop now.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Oh wow, she's sick.
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
We didn't even get to say hi.
I'm
I
sorry you
don't
had to
like
see
the
that.
Solomon.
If you don't
the guy.
mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Definitely not. Speak with Anne. Well, let's speak with Anne first, since he's the one sick.
Sorry
Solomon
about
seems like a
earlier.
jerk.
Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Dear Anne, Hogwarts isn't the same without you. Well, Sharp is still as foul, but you know what I mean. I hope you're feeling better, Sebastian. My voice is giving out.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch.
And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I think we can take away her pain.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you.
Because
The
of
search for a cure
ancient
is futile, I'm
magic.
afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
Oh, also, I look so bad right now.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good
My,
day.
my,
I hope
look
to
at
see how
you,
Sebastian's
chat.
faring.
You've gotten more hopeful now. That is good. See?
Why will he not listen
I guess
to
some
me?
positivity.
She's my sister.
Nah, I guess some positivity rubbed off.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing
Not
with.
positivity.
I apologize for my
Optimism.
uncle.
I'll admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
I acted like who? Solomon?
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Oh. Yeah, the Uncle Solomon.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne.
Well,
This way.
I'm sorry about it. I should have told you. I thought I could somehow just.
Ranrock knows what he's doing.
Like,
It's an honor to be a part of it.
I thought I could buckle up and dig through it and just be there.
There's a dead wizard in my book. Someone's rather unwise.
Ranrock's vision of goblins.
Such You've made your last mistake. I'll bury you in the deepest vault. How too slow.
Ow. I won't.
Someone's been taken out last me. No! Won't let us get it. There you are. Who do you think you are? I won't rest. Rather unwise coming back this way.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
I'm sorry. Uh, I know and I know I acted like Solomon, like the uncle, but I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to go haywire or like AWOL. And
Those
I'm
loyalists
not the
deserve what they
uncle.
got.
Couldn't agree more.
If I mess up, I'm gonna
This is where it
apologize.
happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here. And it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Oh, by the way, Chad, do you think I should play Genshin Impact?
Goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. That's all I ever heard.
Genshin Impact. Rude, mysterious, icy voice? Huh? What do you mean?
Revelio. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
It's mobile too. You can play it on mobile. Children should be seen, not heard. I missed that voice line. I didn't get that piece of dialogue. I was thinking about something else.
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Not the whole dialogue. I just know that Anne came up here and I think saw a bunch of Ranrock's loyalists. They were like, "Oh, child," and curse her or something. That specific line of "children should be seen, not heard." That I was thinking about something else and I zoned out. Oh, you could fill me in, chat.
Revelio.
Oh. Okay, what was it?
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
Holy.
When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
It's the... If you didn't get it, that girl, this place is the village from the visions. Feldcroft is where the vision is. It's either that or this game is just pulling something else. She went in the house to put out the fires. The goblin tries to swap her, and she hears a mysterious voice saying the holds. Oh. I think her sister is a reincarnation or something of the little girl we saw in the vision, Isadora.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who?
Ta-da.
What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Okay, catch up now. I'll stay here and pause while we catch up. That's a bit dominant.
Incendio!
Oh, I can just pause the broadcast. I just remembered. And This music is getting so annoying, by the way. Wait. It's 28th of February. Holy shit. I didn't realize that. Oh shoot, I've got a lot of things to do. shit.
Practically, where's the science saying? As good as house. Nicer. I never said that. I guess it's socially common.
Hello. Is chat all caught up? Please comment when you've all caught up and, you know, join me. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Great timing. Alright. To summarize, this will yeah, not that important, just a few lines of dialogue.
Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Isadora Morganach, Journal Entry 2 of 7. I traveled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I'm the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes, knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who so reminded me of my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be a fortuitous consequence of doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
And she's definitely mad that it is my second week in the camp.
Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
So she's basically very, very angry
Incendio.
that she can't do any. Okay. Well, that's something.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What?
Oh.
A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
That is the Undercroft in Hogwarts from the Professor. The Professor was mad that Isadora was mad that she couldn't help anyone. And apparently there's a transfer mirror? I don't know what this is exactly called. But a mirror that leads directly into Hogwarts. Wow.
I know it sounds strange,
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come.
Who wants to bet that something
I'm
wrong is
tempted
gonna
to
happen
hold
the
my breath.
moment we step through, and I think we're gonna get separated. Like Sebastian's gonna pop up somewhere. Okay, never mind then. I was wrong.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Well, this explains absolutely nothing except that it's got fire and the ancient magic thingy. A cult
Anything helpful in the
situation.
note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Wait a minute, you're that back? Can you hear me? Wait. Type comment mango if the viewer can hear me right now, because it's...
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Oh, shit. Wait, I don't know if... Are you watching? How would anyone... Wait, the fire cutscene thingy happened, like, way back. I'm gonna pause till I know the chat has caught up with this stream. Cause I finished the quest. And I'm unstuck. Yay. Oh. Maybe I should. Wait, are you still caught up? Like, can you hear me? Real? I'm just testing. I'm just asking to see if you've caught up till here, or if you've caught up till the quest. Cause I finished. Ah, okay. There's just like a few seconds with a delay. Huh. Anyways, quest. We've got an astronomy class. And we've got in the shadow of the bloodline. Now this is where we learned, I think, yep, this is, oh, okay. This quest is where we learn Crucio, or I think something about a dark art curse. This is a quest where we learn an unforgivable curse, I think. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 80% sure. Do we want to do this quest first before the main quest? Because the other quest is just astronomy class. We had divination. We've done divination. Astronomy is next. We've done herbology with the potions. The other class we've done data. Okay, well, I think this should be a small quest since it's, you know, a side quest. Here's hoping. I go with the Dark Arts, Unforgivable quest thinking. I hope it's a small quest. I really hope.
It's me, Gareth.
I've done this quest, by the way. Gareth Weasley's quest.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Yep, it is.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
Salazar Slytherin
and
was
I'll
a
not say a word more.
blood.
I'm sorry.
Wait, wizard and witch? I don't know
won't
what.
give
Like
up.
a blood thingamajiggy.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it, if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Are we familiar? Quick. Okay, well I'm not.
Crucio, correct?
Oh,
the Cruciatus
Crucio.
curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport.
Ooh, wow.
Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
I think he had no choice.
How horrible. Poor Ominous, he was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Well, that was way too quick. I hope the quest is done, because that would be a bummer. Quest. And the quest is done. Wow. Well, class or how much time? We could just sit and talk. Do you want to squeeze in the astronomy class?
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Alright, let's try to squeeze in the astronomy class. Hurry! It's 196. Why is it 196? I can just fast travel, save up even more time. Oh, would you look at that? Astronomy tower travel. Oh, I think I've been to this class. Actually, no, that was divination. I forgot between divination and astronomy. Astronomy is at night.
I've
Wow.
always said that travel broadens the mind.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
I just know it from the dress. And also they did the stereotypical accent.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
I love the big difference.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello again. Brilliant class, wasn't it? I prefer astronomy over potions, don't you? Of course, we Ravenclaws tend to do well in any class.
Oh, hello, Emmett. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Oh, how nice.
That's very kind of you, Emmett. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Emmett.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
My stargazing as long as I could. Lot of good that Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
Oh wow, the stars look nice.
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the highlands.
Oh, I should get on the
That's what Professor Shah was talking.
What actually? What actually is the difference between astronomy and divination. Well, I guess, like, do they achieve the same purpose is my question.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new. Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
I did not understand a single word she said right there. So I guess divination is more specific things, while astronomy is more just like, oh hey, a big earthquake's gonna happen.
You
Brace
mentioned
for
astronomy
impact.
tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs
And
across the
divination is
countryside.
like
They are ideal
a
for
cell in
studying
your body is going
constellations
to
near
die.
and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Find a mate on lower deck.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
Is that another gameplay?
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Of course.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
I think we'll get into trouble. I mean, it's... You can't fool an astronomy professor. Or maybe you can. Who knows?
The table is
We'll
on a
find
castle
out.
wall ahead. Look for a stone platform. Something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Ritual stargazing. That's how not. That's not how a ritual is
It's
supposed
nice
to
having
be.
a fellow stargazer
Can
to
we
explore
move
with.
on? I'm sure.
Happy to be
time.
here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
Okay. Well, I
It's
don't
not that
think
creepy
the
out here
quest
at
is
night,
gonna
is
be
it?
complete till
The
we're gone.
Gobstones Club. Here I am,
before you
charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
Okay, fine.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
That's
Oh,
the
of
line
course,
that...
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett.
That's the line that they made the person say in the thingy. Use the astronomy table. How am I supposed to use the astronomy table? What the hell? Use.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Oh, I see it. Oh. So that's the biggest one. Ta-da! Lyra or Lyra.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Whatever you say, Emmett. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Yay! Astronomy class completed. Wow. How the hell do... Oh well.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night.
I never noticed that there was a forest near Hogwarts. Where the hell are we? Oh, we're here. Oh, there is. Ah. The wall's broken down. Okay, so... Yeah, we're stopping. 2. Is it like those, as... Should I close stream, by the way, chat? His wings. Pegasus! Pegasus? Oh no, see, yeah, there was a show called Beyblade back, and I used to watch it when I was a kid. There was this single. You don't know about Beyblade? Like the show about the spinning metal tops, like spinners. I don't know what you call them. Lattu. That's what we call them in my language. But yeah, Beyblades are. Well, it was fun hanging out with you, and thank you for today, and well, being better than me. And again, happy birthday. And don't don't listen to negative thoughts. You're more than enough and perfect. Well, no one is perfect, but you're good enough and smart and kind. And and I'm sorry about the past few days. Okay, one last compliment. You're pretty, and thank you. I had a lot of fun too, by the way. So thank you.